AT&T is skipping out on the LG G7 in favor of an unnamed LG device to be released this summer. Now, thanks to a leak from Android headlines, we know that phone may be the LG V35 ThinQ. The V35 ThinQ looks like it's borrowing a lot from the previously released V30s ThinQ, which, in turn, was simply a slightly upgraded version of the V30 before it. It has the same 6-inch OLED display, hardware design, and 18:9 aspect ratio. Unlike the G7, the leaked renders for the V35 ThinQ don't show a camera notch. And based on the placement of a sensor in the top left-hand portion of the bezel, it seems unlikely that the V35 ThinQ will have one. The biggest change from the V30s ThinQ to the V35 ThinQ seems to be the cameras, which are reportedly getting the same upgrade as the G7's rear shooters, a pair of dual 16-megapixel sensors. And while details for the internal hardware haven't made their way online yet, it would stand to reason that the V35 ThinQ would offer an upgraded Snapdragon 845 processor over last year's 835. Interestingly, the LG V35 ThinQ is said to be a different phone from LG's next flagship. LG is expected to release a V40 ThinQ sometime this fall as part of its annual dual flagship strategy, which sees a G-series phone release in the spring and a V-series model later in the year. It would likely be a more substantial update to last year's V30, V30s ThinQ model than the V35 ThinQ appears to be, given the somewhat strange rumors of a second V-series phone coming out almost immediately after the V35 ThinQ, along with the leaked images of the V35 ThinQ only showing AT&T branding. Android headlines is speculating that the V35 ThinQ is the AT&T exclusive LG phone the company referenced earlier this week, although there's no actual confirmation of that yet.